Hello, my crypto nuts. How are you doing? I hope your weekend was doing great. Today, a couple of pieces of news that, well, frankly, this one specifically is of quite use for you to know. But if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and support it by clicking that bell notification. That way you don't miss any more of our videos. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive in. A lot of the crypto industry is pretty upset over the possibility that Caroline Grinshaw could be renominated. Now that if you're not sure about who Caroline Grinshaw is, she is the SEC commissioner, right? Or she was. Yeah, the U.S. Senate Banking Committee is trying to decide whether to renominate Caroline Crenshaw. Now she's a Democrat, Securities and Exchange, right? So the SEC. She's always been a very bad critic of crypto, and of course the crypto community is not happy of that, as they should not be. But she was sworn in before in August of 2020, and she was one of two of the SEC commissioners who actually opposed the approval of spot Bitcoin exchange traded funds, the ETFs, right? In her letter dissenting from the SEC's decision, she said unsound and historical. She wrote, quote, "I fear that today we are getting ourselves up for tomorrow's failure, and it will be the investors that we have a duty to protect who will ultimately pay the price." Jamie Lizaraga, the only other SEC commissioner who actually voted against the ETFs, did not add his name to her letter. Smart move, right? According to James Seffart, he's a Bloomberg ETF analyst. He said that she was even more vehemently anti-crypto than Gensler, who has been called evil himself, right? But also she served as more than just an ally to Gensler, right? So that was on a X post. And on December the 7th, the Coinbase president, Emily Choi, wrote, Caroline Gritchell is anti-crypto. She even embarrassingly opposed Bitcoin ETFs. The SEC has to change, right? Also, Austin Campbell, he's the CEO of digital payments firm WSPN. He also wrote on an X post that I will remind all Democrats that Caroline Crenshaw voted that the SEC should disobey a federal judge, break the law, and instead reject Bitcoin ETFs after being ordered to approve them by a court. Pretty wild, right? But what about Trump? His chair pick. Of course, everybody agrees with that. Paul Atkins, he's a former SEC commissioner. Of course, he's pro crypto, and he wants it to be the next SEC chief. Now, the crypto, of course, community, you, myself, and I all welcome this pretty big, right? So, Atkins, who served as a Republican, by the way, a Republican commissioner from 2002 to 2008, is expected to take a very much more lenient approach to regulating crypto than Gensler. Now Atkins' nomination is, of course, sorely needed, right? And cannot come a day too soon. And that was quoted by Coinbase Chief Legal Officer Paul Grewal on X as well. So we'll have to pay attention, and hopefully we will get the Republican to be set down inside of the SEC. But why this is important, because this is going to allow, if we go back to a Democrat SEC commissioner that hates crypto, then we're all going to pay the price for it. And that's why that's so important. Let me know of your thoughts in the comment section below as well. So let me know if you think that, how bad do you think that would be, right? And also, we have a Dogecoin millionaire moved $1 million, right, to an altcoin, wanting to get around a 30,000% surge, jumping up from 0.07 to $2, right? Now he caught some attention, of course, for this to an AI altcoin. And of course, Dogecoin's prices are plateauing right now. You know that. I've noticed that. But he's looking for the next one. And that comes to RCO Finance, Arkoff. Everybody's saying that the altcoin is poised for a 30,000% rise. let's take a look at that, right? So why this is important? Well, you can guess because I want to get on that train as well. So, of course, everybody knows Dogecoin. It's popular. It's been around for a minute. But it's starting to get out of there. It's starting to kind of reach it. It's true. If you look at it, it is plateauing. But the meme coin growth momentum is even slowing as well. So the inflationary model is about 5.2 billion new Doge tokens are created every year. So it keeps Doge in continuous inflation. That's a bad thing, right? So harder for the value to appreciate because of the scarcity, right? So of course, it was created as a joke. You know that. I know that. As a meme coin, also the price is very volatile. So price movements are driven by speculation, mostly social media, right? Your celebrity endorsements for it as well. But because of that, you have the high price strikes as well, and it can actually uh, get a sharp correction, so you can actually lose it. So, very not a very good coin to have in the long term, but we see that, right? So, but what about Arkoff, right? It's a utility-driven altcoin. So the whole thing is to kind of close the gap between traditional and decentralized finance, of course, so that way users can actually use it in their holdings. So what it's doing is leveraging advanced AI and machine learning to provide users with the market insights, predictive analytics, automated trading strategies as well. And there's a enhanced functionality that's advanced trading tools like Robo Advisor and having tools like this is will of course gives access to a financial guru 24/7, right? So it's a pretty big deal. It has over 15 million, I'm sorry, access to 15 million investment banking grade information sources. So it's broken down into pretty easy, understandable chunks. So that way you can actually learn from it pretty quickly. So it also offers automated trading. So you can schedule trades that it can execute later. And it's pretty handy because you can actually get in on those new opportunities as they come, right? So pretty big deal. Um, Now, it's all of this is growing pretty quickly. I believe we talked about it before as well. But of course, the Dogecoin millionaire is putting pretty high stakes on it. So, the Arcov presale is on, and of course, if you get an early bird, you can actually secure tokens at about 0.07, and the price is a good entry point to get your returns, right? Especially as it goes to $2. So, let me know what you think about that as well in the comment section if that's something that you would like to jump in. And I will catch you guys in the next videos. Thank you for watching, and until then, happy and safe trading.